Hey everyone, Annie McCarty here. I wanted to quickly share my story with you, partially because I think that people see Beachbody coaches or really anybody who is super into a certain kind of exercise, whether it be CrossFitters or marathon runners or just runners in general. And if you haven't found that kind of exercise or any exercise in general that you really enjoy doing, I think that people like myself and like all of these other groups, fitness fanatics, can come off as a little bit crazy, to be perfectly honest. Unless you really understand why it's so powerful and what is the story behind their finding that workout and what the workouts do for them or have done for them, it's really hard to identify with. So that's why I wanted to quickly share my story. So right out of college, my husband and I opened our own business. And I went from a pretty active lifestyle. I had never really been an exerciser per se, but we always went on lots of hikes and canoeing and lots of outdoor stuff, to sitting behind a desk all day for 10, 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. We were eating a horrible diet, lots of takeout and delivery and just really bad stuff. And what happened was I ended up gaining a lot of weight pretty quickly, and also my blood pressure and my cholesterol went up to the point where my doctor started telling me that I was going to have to go on medication to control them. And I was in my early 20s at this point, and I really didn't want to be on medication for my entire life. But the really scary thing for me was that I do have a history of high blood pressure and cholesterol and heart disease on both sides of my family. I have a grandfather who passed away very, very young. My other grandfather had multiple strokes, really bad genetics in terms of those conditions. And I didn't want to be on medication, and I also didn't want to suffer from these conditions, and have these chronic illnesses, especially starting that early in my life. So I decided I needed to do something. I did what a lot of people do. I tried running, and I am not a runner at all. I do not enjoy it, and it's just not my thing. I tried going to the gym, and the problem was that with my crazy schedule, it was really hard to find a time to go that would fit into my work schedule. And I also, when I got there, I didn't really know what I was doing. So, I could kind of mimic what other people did, lifting weights and doing a little cardio, but I wasn't getting results from it. So this went on for a good 5+ years. I was really stuck. I just didn't know what to do. And one of my friends knew that I was really struggling and was looking for another option. He had heard one of his friends talking about this program called P90X, and he told me about it. I looked at it up online and thought, well, it's different than anything else I've ever done, and I can do it at home around my schedule, so I'm going to give this thing a try. And I scraped together the money. I did not have that cash just laying around. I had to save up and scrape for that in places, use Christmas and birthday money to purchase it. Because really the only other option that I was thinking of was a personal trainer, and I certainly couldn't afford a personal trainer. So I got this program, and I did it for a couple of weeks, and it was really, really hard because I was so out of shape. But I stuck with it because the other alternative was just being stuck where I was. And I started to see results. Finally, the weight started to come off. And after doing a few rounds of it, I had lost almost all of the weight that I had gained, and my blood pressure started to come down. And then finally, after a number of years of doing Beachbody workouts, my cholesterol also started to come down. So, you know, you'll often hear me say or type that Tony Horton saved my life, and I am kind of borderline obsessed with him. And, you know, part of that is because I had kind of resigned myself to the fact that I was going to just be one of these people who was overweight my entire life, and that I just had these health conditions, these chronic health problems that I was going to have to live with, and that, you know, there was a good chance that I might have a heart attack early. I might not survive to a very old age. I might leave my husband and my kids early because of these genetic family problems and things that I thought that were beyond my control. And what this program made me realize, and my weight loss journey made me realize, is that these were in my control, and my weight certainly was in my control. You know, it gave me the tools that I needed and empowered me to lose the weight. I realized that, you know, I will probably never go back to being that super skinny person that I was in middle and high school, but I'm okay with that because now I am fit. I have great muscle definition. Obviously, I always have some areas that I'm not 100% happy with, but I know that I can do something to work on them. You know, it really empowered me to realize that all of this was in my control, and I just needed to put forth a little bit of effort to get there, or a lot of effort, as the case may be. But so that's a little bit about me and my background. I hope that it helps you understand part of why, you know, why I'm so P90X crazy, and maybe a little bit about why some other people are, you know, are so crazy about the kinds of exercise that they do that works for them. And also to let you know, you know, even if you feel stuck and you feel like things are never going to change for you, don't give up. You just need to find what's going to work for you. And everybody, I believe, everybody can make at least some progress. Not everybody's going to be a super skinny supermodel, but, you know, you can always do something to improve your health at least a little bit. So I will leave you with that. Thanks for watching.